guys
Thank you.
catching a ride back to Aloha?
Yeah.
So we'll arrange that.
Yeah, I really appreciate
Have a
that.
train come back down and pick you up.
So how long does it take for the train to get
To Aloha?
From here?
6 minutes maybe?
Really?
Not long.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Fast.
Good. Once it comes back, then we'll be ready to go.
Yeah, we won't leave until you guys are ready.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate it.
No worries.
Thank you. How fun is
That's
that?
the least we can do. You guys are awesome.
Oh, that's fun.
If you have any questions about this, wake me down. Okay?
So once we finish loading up there, should we just head out over there and wait for the train to come back?
Yeah, once you get all loaded up, head to that. See that gate right there where the police officer is?
Yeah.
You're gonna enter through that gate.
Okay.
Then you gotta walk up. Well, they're working on the elevators. You gotta walk up to the platform, and then if there's not a train there, there'll be one there. Train comes, doors open, you get on board.
Elevator's not working.
Not right now. Schindler's working on it right now. So I hope they got it fixed here too.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
No worries.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Exciting day for us.
Exciting day. Yeah, man, I think it's
I see the elevator moving. Maybe they got it working.
good. Significant increase in ridership.
That's what we're hoping. Well, the police officer just took the elevator, so he's working.
There you go. Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, so all the VIPs will go up and look at the first train. We'll send them out, we'll send the train back.
Two, ha, ha.
Lady. Check one. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to ask you to begin to take your seats at this time. Mahalo. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to ask you to begin to take your seats. We're going to be getting started in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, a nice round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to take a look at your watches and be cautious of the time. It is 10:15, and like Skyline, we are starting on time. E na hoa maka mai, Hawaii Inouye o ke awea hiki ni ihau ka hele lani na kamaaina na malihini na ohana o City and County of Honolulu, Department of Transportation Services, aloha. For those of you that do not speak Olelo Hawaii, hi. My name is Billy V. It is my pleasure to be your Master of Ceremonies today. Just a short note personally, I would like to thank the Department of Transportation Services and the Office of the Mayor for allowing me to be MC today. I was the MC for the original groundbreaking of the rail in Kapolei in 2011. It is nice to be here on a day when we are opening this second segment. It's also an honor to introduce, once again, the Royal Hawaiian Band. They are under the direction of Bandmaster Clark Bright. They are the nation's only full-time municipal band, performing and marching in over 300 concerts and parades every year. Established by King Kamehameha III nearly 2 centuries ago. Their weekly public performances held on Fridays at Iolani Palace and Sundays at Kapi'olani Park Bandstand help promote and foster music appreciation, preserve the Hawaiian music culture, and inspire young musicians and enrich the lives of the people of Hawaii. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, a nice round of applause for the Royal Hawaiian Band.
It is such an honor for us, the Royal Hawaiian Band, to be with you here this morning to celebrate this new milestone for the City and County of Honolulu with this second segment of our Skyline. We provide this musical prelude for you with a song that was commemorated the first passenger train service on the island of Maui, written by Palani Van. We introduce our train conductor, Todd Yukamoto, and the hula of Kanani Oliveira, doing for you now Ka'ahi Kahului. Eia ka mo'olelo pōkole no ke ka'ahi mua o Hawaii nei. Chuku chuku mai la, kuehu aku make alahau. Eia ka mo'olelo pōkole no ke ka'ahi mua o Hawaii nei. Chuku chuku mai la, kuehu aku make alahau. Ka'ahi kahului ke alahau a iwai luku. Ka'ahi kahului chuku chuku mua o Hawaii. Hulo, hulo no ka lani e, no ka lani o ka la kaua. Ka mea I ka kau kona inoa, ma ka pala pala o ka chuku chuku. Hulo, hulo no ka lani e, no ka lani o ka la kaua. Ka mea I ka kau kona inoa, ma ka pala pala o ka chuku chuku. Ka ahi ka hului ke alahau a I wailuku. Ka ahi ka hului chuku chuku mua o Hawaii. Lohe mai na keiki hanau o kaina, lohe mai ka mo'olelo chuku. Ha I ko o ko ka lani hope ka mea ka kaukona inoa. Lohe mai na keiki hanau o ka aina, lohe mai ka mo'olelo chuku. Ha I ko o ko ka lani hope ka mea ka kaukona inoa. Ka ahi ka hului ke alahau a I wailuku. Ka ahi ka hului chuku chuku mua o Hawaii. Chuku chuku mua o Hawaii. Chuku chuku mua o Hawaii. Give it a big hand for our train conductor Todd Yukamoto and the hula of Kanani Oliveira. Mahalo nui.
And this beautiful tenor voice that you have been hearing is one of Hawaii's very finest. He's a multiple Hoko award-winning artist and our MC today, Mr. Kala Eastern.
Mahalo nui, thank you so much. We continue with our celebration of our travelings with this next song written by Queen Liliuokalani for a commemoration of their trip that they took to celebrate the Golden Jubilee of Queen Victoria in 1887. To sing for us now, a beautiful soprano of Hawaii named Malia Ka'i and the hula of Kanani Oliveira doing for you, the Queen's Jubilee.
Ladies and gentlemen, Skyline's dedication ceremony for segment 2 will begin in 5 minutes. Once again, Skyline's dedication ceremony for segment 2 will begin in 5 minutes. That's my official audition tape for the future voice for Skyline. Thank you very much.
We do this next song for you that was written by Martha Nani that commemorated one of the first mass transit systems of Honolulu that took people around our beautiful Kapitala and into the area of Kalihi. This is with the hula of Kanani Oliveira, the Rapid Transit Hula. O ke ka'a rapid transit ka'u aloha I ka no me mali e I ke alahau Hau ana I ka mana o ke kailaiwa Ehu ehu I ke kula loa o Kalihi Ho'olale mai ana e huli ho'i E ike I kanani o ke kapitala Kai hona o ke kula o Kalihi Pana kamakani po ai hale O ka hana ana I au ka uila He pakika, he pahe e kahi o na pali O ke ka'a rapid transit ka'u aloha I ka no me mali e I ke alahau
Ladies and gentlemen, the Royal Hawaiian Band. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to Skyline's dedication ceremony for segment 2. Please welcome Kahu Sam Ohugan, who will do a pule for today. Makakau e ho malu
ya laua ua ma la mala ua hele ka naka ia ilu na ua ga ia da o ka ula ta o ka le au I hoi tau pu ava uli pu ava ke a moa ka ne moa hine mahikina ka ulele italani O au tali oli o he aka O ke aka no I a mai ka hiki ku a ka hiki mo e mai ka hiki kapa kapa ua e ka ne E ia makapule ka wai oha A nai nai a o e ke aku I hola no A mama
O na una ka halame
Kala'i Stern is with the Royal Hawaiian Band, but he's also a Nahoku Hano Hano Award winner. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of the national anthem as performed by the Royal Hawaiian Band.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the brave and the home of the brave.
Please remain standing for Hawaii Pono'i. Ladies and gentlemen, the Royal Hawaiian Band. Please be seated. On this joyous and momentous occasion and morning, I am privileged to introduce our first speaker at the podium. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Mayor of the City and County of Honolulu, the Honorable Rick Blangiardi.
Thank you, Billy. I always love it when you use that official voice of yours. Hey, I just want to say, first of all, to everybody, welcome to all of our distinguished guests, and all of you. Quite honestly, I think you're all distinguished. There's so many people who've played an important and vital role in getting us here today, so many of you in this audience. So just hopefully you'll take the general open for what it's worth. I would tell you that this morning, my heart is full of pride and gratitude. I can't express that enough. As I just said, so many of you have played a key role, but for those of you who know me and probably know me a little too well at times, I put a real premium on leadership, and I have great respect for it when I see it in action. And so in that regard, words are going to fail me in trying to talk about my relationship with Lori Kaikina and what she's meant to this project. I first met Lori nearly 5 years ago, and that was after an 8-month campaign of endless Zoom calls. In every one of those Zoom calls, I promise you, and I don't know how many there were, but there were many, you know, the subject of rail was a topic of discussion. And every emotion that you could possibly imagine, and unfortunately more to the negative, was being offered. And so there I was. I met Lori for the first time. I'd never met her before. She's sitting on one side of the table. Mike Formby was with me. I'm on the other. Both of us going into jobs that neither one of us had ever done before, but certainly cognizant of the significance of this challenge and what it would mean to the people of this island and, quite honestly, for the state of Hawaii, if we could turn things around from where we were. We had already been cautioned by both the outgoing and incoming FTA administrators that this project was the worst in the country. No small challenge, no small statement to take on. What Lori has done over the course of the last 5 years is truly remarkable. In her leadership, her energy, her spirit, I mean, she's just put everything into it. And so, Lori, this is your day, your hour. I give you great credit for everything that's happened over the last 5 years. And I would be remiss if I also didn't acknowledge, because he's with us today, her retired former deputy, Rick Keene. Where's Rick? He's in the audience, right here, Rick. For every step of the way, all the financial planning and everything that we had to do to put together for that recovery plan to be able to go to Washington and convince them that we could do it and do it right and do it well and do it on time. So I really can't thank you enough, the two of you. Senator Schatz is not here this morning. He's represented by his Chief of Policy, Dale Hahn, but I do want to mention Senator Schatz because his guidance and his capabilities and everything else he provided us was invaluable in this process. And so please convey our most sincere wishes to the Senator and mahalo for all that he did. And to our two mayors that are here this morning, Mayor Hanneman, Mayor Caldwell. I've told you both personally and privately, I'm really grateful that you're here today. You share in this moment for all that you did and all the challenges that you took on, because we all know this was not easy. This was about vision. This is about doing something that had never been done before against the odds. And you guys played a vital role in getting us to where we are today. Thank you both for being here today and for your leadership. To Roger Morton and John Nouchi. Roger Morton, Director of Transportation Services, right from the get-go. This guy is a transportation guy inside and out. Your wisdom and everything you could share with us and the sanity you brought to some insane moments, I can't thank you enough, Roger. And I have great confidence. You know, we've been operating the rail now since June 30th of 2023. And I want to acknowledge the people from Hitachi as well, because they've had such a big role in all of that. We're operating on a 99.84% on-time accuracy. I mean, this is an incredible system. And there's a lot to be said for that. And I'm very confident in what we've gotten done thus far in our ability to operate. But this next segment today, and much has been said over the last couple of days about it being a game changer, that's because it is. And I'll talk about that in a minute, but I want to recognize some people. Council Chair Tommy Waters, one of the first people we dragged into the office when we began this whole operation, said, Tommy, we're going to need you. We're going to need your leadership with the council. We're going to need the council to collaborate with us. We don't have any time for drama. We don't have any time or energy for anything that's going to get in our way, because the stakes are high. And Tommy, you and the council, all of you have delivered. We've gotten through this with an unprecedented amount of collaboration and cooperation. And for that, to you, Tommy, and to the council, I am very, very grateful. Mahalo for all of your caring and all of your efforts over all these years. I want to recognize she's not here today. Former chair, she just stepped down, Colleen Hanabusa, for her leadership of the Heart Board, and the Heart Board for that matter. I'm not so sure I could even put into words how much Colleen brought to this project, how much she knew, how tough she was, her guidance, her understanding of the challenges we were facing, and how she helped us navigate through that with the Heart Board. Invaluable. And so we certainly want to wish Colleen the very best, but she played, I can tell you, the amount of, I just said earlier, I never did the job before. And this was a quick study. Once you became operational to get into it, Colleen's personal guidance to me was probably some of the best coaching I've ever had on anything. I owe her a great debt of gratitude, as we all do. To our friends at the FTA, Ray Tellis, I think they're going to be watching on TV. They were going to be here this morning with us, but I think we all know what's happening in Washington that precluded their ability to come. But you know, for something that was as challenging as it was, I felt from Ray and from the other people at the FTA, once we got our plan put together, nothing but complete support. And we had to overcome some disbelief that they had. I'll be honest with you, Lori, that was been part of the joy of the whole thing, was watching them react to the success that we were finally creating with the determination that we had to succeed. And so it's been really a very, very great relationship. And so I'm going to just give that to Ray. To Dennis Dwyer, he's here. Where's Dennis? He's our, I hate to say Washington lobbyist. I'm sure you've got a better title than that. But this guy here has been a beacon for us in D.C. in helping us understand and navigate all that we had to navigate through in the, not only the positioning and selling, if you will, of our recovery plan, but about the obstacles we would face in all the, quite honestly, again, incredible coaching, Dennis. And I know you've done that for other mayors. A couple of them are sitting here today. I just owe you a great debt of gratitude because we wouldn't be here today without that kind of advice. And I thank you very much for that. Somebody I'm going to embarrass right now at the moment because I can, as I told him this morning, because I am the script in this program, and that is Mike Formby, the Managing Director of the City and County of Honolulu. Because Mike has been, I've used the word 2 or 3 times, I'm not trying to overuse it, but this is what I said in a heart full of gratitude today. Mike's knowledge, his expertise has been incredible. It's been invaluable in so many difficult decision-making moments, because that's what this was. In order to solve this problem, understand this problem, develop the solutions that we were looking for, and execute, I relied tremendously on Mike. And he was there, not every meeting of the day, he was there every day and night, no matter what the time was, weekends or whatever, anytime we were on this project. Tremendous, tremendous, tremendous help, Michael. I can't thank you enough. And I don't mind it if I embarrass you a little bit, because you deserve it. I also want to thank our entire team. A lot of them are here today. This is a team that really works together. We have a lot of different priorities right now with the city. I think everybody knows that. But they all pulled together, and they've all been very, very supportive of anything and everything we could do. And I know that, Lori, there have been times when you needed multiple departments to come to your aid, and they were there. And I'm proud of you guys for working like that. I'm proud of everything we've been able to achieve together, and really for this moment. So let me just say this, and if I've left somebody out, I hope I haven't, because I really wouldn't want to hurt anybody's feelings, because this is a joyous moment. But this begins an unprecedented service for the people of Oʻahu. You know, we were disadvantaged at having to open the first leg to Aloha Stadium for all kinds of reasons, not the least of which was not exactly a desirable place to go, and for that matter, the multimodal service out of there was a bit of a handicap. You really couldn't sell the convenience and the efficiency. True, we were getting from East Kapolei to Aloha Stadium in 23 minutes, but that really wasn't what we needed. What we needed was this next segment. And so for the very fact that we were disadvantaged, we were determined to do a couple of things over the last couple of years since June 30th, 2023, when we opened that first phase. First segment. We were determined to focus on ongoing construction, to get here as fast as we could, and the operation of the rail in our stations and all the personnel that had come together to create this entity, knowing full well when this day came, we would be ready. We would be more than ready, and that's what we did. We did not focus on ridership, but we will now begin to focus on ridership because it's an important criteria. You build a transit system like this for people to use. It's not like we didn't regard the people riding it, but we knew we didn't really have the right offering. Transit systems are built and designed to take people where they want to go, where they need to go, and all the other benefits that relate to that. And that is the education right now in the convincing, because quite honestly, we've had nearly a couple of decades of cynicism to overcome. So everything that's about to happen with the operation of this second segment will be unprecedented, and we are up to that task, and I promise you we are committed. I've put a stake in the ground, and I said a minimum of 25,000 riders a day over the course of the next year, and that's no small challenge. But I'm confident we can get there, and we will get there. So we begin. Expanded hours, 4 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. 4 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. 7 days a week, 365 days a year. There's been nothing like that on this island ever, ever. That's why this is historic. And not only that, what comes with it, beyond the efficiency of time and money, what comes with it, the safety issues, but the predictability that you now can go from East Kapolei to Aloha Stadium in 23 minutes, to 27 minutes, 4 additional minutes to Pearl Harbor, and another 5 minutes to the airport. 32 minutes from Kapolei to the airport, with certainty. And if you miss that train, there'll be another one coming in 10 minutes. What that does to all the frustration, the anguish, and the exhaustion of that daily commute, and the stress of that, not the least of which is the wear and tear and the cost and everything else, is an incredible benefit to the quality of lives of the people who live here. And we're really proud of that. And we're going to make sure that everybody understands that. I have a lot of confidence because once people go on Skyline, they're going to realize all of that. We've got Wi-Fi, air conditioning, and for those of you who haven't been on it yet, incredible view plane. It's all good. It's just is everything about this project, despite the years of it getting beat up, is nothing but good, pure good. Okay, and the thing that nobody talked about, where I think is somebody who used to commute from New York, well, from Connecticut to New York City when I worked at CBS in New York. What we never talk about, because we built it from west to east, and we always talked about the ride into town. The truth of the matter is, where the real value proposition is going to show up for so many people, that's one thing in the morning to be able to do it efficiently, or for that matter, the energy you have, maybe knowing full well you have at least an hour commute in town. But now, knowing that you can get there is going to be really a predictable thing, and the time it will cut off. But the big thing is the ride home that we never talked about. The end of a workday, when you're tired, and when you're not sure what the highway is going to offer you, and how quickly you can get home for dinner, for your kids' practice, to meet your wife or your husband or whomever for some engagement that night, you got to get home and check. You can now do that. And that kind of certainty is an incredible value proposition. And 7 days a week, 365 days a year, from 4 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. rather, with trains coming every 10 minutes, is an incredible contribution to transportation and the people on this island. And I think it takes away, for so many of the people on the west side, the anguish that they've had to put up with, resigning themselves, that once you decide to live on the west side, if you work in town, you have a brutal commute day in and day out. I feel that that is such a great contribution. You know, I don't know if it gets said enough about government and the service to the public, but if this is not the quintessential example of service to the public, and I go back to the vision that you men had and what we did and what brought this to reality, I don't know what does. So on that note, I just want to thank you all for being here. I'm extremely proud, grateful to everybody. This was no small achievement. It deserves celebration, and the future ahead looks better than it ever has. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mayor Blangiardi. As the mayor said a little bit earlier, the Honorable Brian Schatz, United States Senator for the state of Hawaii, could not make it here today, but we'd like to thank Dale Hahn for being here representing the senator, and also Senator sends his congratulations and his heartfelt aloha on our celebration today. Please welcome, from the Hawaii Department of Transportation, Director Ed Sniffen.
Aloha mai kako, aloha. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm really honored to be here on behalf of Governor Green, who sends his apologies that he couldn't be here. He's on travel right now. But his congratulations to Mayor Blangiardi and your administration for what an amazing task you did. And to Lori for pushing this forward to getting us to this point today. I gotta tell you, this was a long ride for everybody coming out here. We could look back into why it took so long, but let's not. Let's look at where we are today and where we're going to be going forward. Really appreciate this big push. I mean, this is marking Hawaii and setting us up for our connected and resilient and sustainable systems that we've been looking forward to for this long time. And it's changing a lot of perspectives. I don't know how many of you guys in this audience of my age When we started voting for rail and in the couple of times that the previous mayors had pushed it through, how many of you voted for rail? How many of you voted for rail because you wanted the person in the car next to you to ride rail? Right? I mean, those were the perspectives that we grew up with. We all grew up in love with our vehicles, in love with the way we transport ourselves. This is changing the mindsets now, giving us that opportunity now to really consider rail as not an alternative mode of transportation, but as a choice now. It'll fit our lifestyle to ensure that we can move things forward. It also fits the goals of the state and of the counties, making sure that we get a more sustainable future, making sure we can clean ourselves up from the mess that we built ourselves into all this time, and ensuring that now we have this $10 billion investment into housing, ensuring that now we have the infrastructure to build around it, to build the housing that we all say we need. We all were elected on when we push forward on these different pieces and make sure that we're working towards with the public. No small task. And all of this was made possible because of all the connections that we had with the community, the county's partnership with all of their partners, federal definitely. Senator Schatz has been tremendous on this project. The communications and coordination between the state and the county has been tremendous in this area. And first, starting with the legislature. Really appreciate our legislative partners for funding a bunch of this project. Without the GT, this project doesn't go forward. So really appreciate the support as we went through. On the state side, made sure that that everybody understood this is not a city project. Anytime somebody came out with some negativity about the project and said, no worry, it's not under you though. But it is. Government is government. Nobody cares whose it is. Everybody cares that government works. And we made sure, our staff made sure that we worked with the city to ensure that this all was connected throughout. We made sure that we worked with the public so everybody understood where we're gonna go, where we're gonna be. And in the end, everybody will benefit from this. So thank all of you in this room for everything you've done to get us to this point. And I'll let you know, in 10 years, when everybody's benefiting from this, nobody will care what you did. But in the DOT speak, silence is thank you, and that should be enough. Thank you very much, everybody.
Mahalo and Sniffen. Please welcome the Executive Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Honolulu Authority for Rapid Transportation, Lori Kahikina.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. I'm not as short as you thought I was. So I have a long list of people I need to thank here. And Matt Tucker, where are you at? Matt Tucker, I had the honor to receive an award several months ago, and we had dinner right before. It was a national award, and he said, do you have your speech prepared? I said, what speech? I thought you just go on the stage, get your award, and you go off. You don't get to say anything. He goes, there's been months. The other women getting the award worked months on this, on your speech. So he texted me last night, do you have your speech prepared for tomorrow? I said, I don't. I was just gonna just go by the seat of my pants, but I figured I was right there scribbling. I better make a list, make sure I thank everyone who got us to this point today. Starting with the federal level, right? We have the delegation, and I know none of them could be here today, but without them, this project wouldn't have started, including our past two mayors right here. You folks took a lot of heat to get us to where we are today. Mayor Blangiardi and myself, we get to take the accolades, but you folks did a lot of groundwork in taking the beatings for us. Of course, the federal agencies, FTA and FHWA, a lot of our funding also comes from them. And on the state level, Governor, he was quite supportive when we had to do our recovery plan and get the environmental work done. If he didn't push to get our reevaluation done, we wouldn't have opened segment 1. The state legislators, as Ed said, lion's share of our funding is coming from the state GET and the TAT, and of course the state departments. The successes that we have had over the last several years, it all boils down to relationships. Rick and I have talked about it for years, and there's no other proof than this. If I move over to the city administration, Mayor left out some stories when we first met that meeting. Mike Formby, he knew me before, so he set up the meeting. And our meeting, that was the most fun interview I had. I never met you before, like you said, Mayor. And actually, the one thing I remember was, I'm quite insulted. Why didn't you apply for your E&V position? Or why didn't you apply for X position? Do you not want to work for me? I said, I had nothing to do with that. It was this challenge. I don't know if many of you know the story. When I came over to Hart, my family, my friends, my colleagues said, you shouldn't do it. This is professional suicide. I said, I think I can make a difference. I can't do any worse, right? So it is where it is. so you can only go up. So let me try. And if I can't do it, I'll walk away, but at least I'll try. So city administration, city council has been tremendous. You folks have been so supportive. It was a little rocky when I first came in, and understandably so. Our reputation, we needed to get over it, but now the council has been extremely supportive. Just Bill 60, that was unsolicited, and the city council is doing that so I can continue to work with my team to do extensions. So if that passes, that's the first step. That is the first step to keep us moving. The city departments, many of you are here, and whether you know it or not, you as directors, your staff have been instrumental in getting us to where we are. There's something that just happened. Roger Babcock, I think you're here. Roger and Dan from E&V, we're having issues with one of our big 138 conduits, 138 kV conduits under the canal. I called just to ask, do you folks have tools that could possibly help us? And they immediately stepped up, and they've been working with us to try and help us get over some of the hump. DPP, I called Dawn and Brian, we're stuck. Our permits are stuck. Can you please help? It's land acquisition. Our contractors are moving so quickly. We need to get the permits. Turn it around. They turn it around overnight. And so these are just two minor, they're huge for us, but two small examples that without these relationships, none of this would have happened. Mayor, the other thing I forgot to mention is, I know I tease you a lot because we're here today. Hart always said end of the year. First segment was summer, and he put the line July, and he forewarned me. I think we were at a function at one of together, and he came up to me, and he said, I'm gonna announce in State of the City address October 1st. And I said, you say that, I'm gonna yell back at you end of the year. And I did, but you know, Mayor, I always say this, whatever media, whoever I'm talking to, and I talk about you, you are a true coach. You encourage people, or you force people to be better. I'd like to say I'm the same way, right? Hart team, okay, yeah, they're forced to give me the thumbs up. So, but you did it. You encouraged us, you pushed the deadline up 3 months, and we did it. And so you just push the limits. You constantly ask people to do better every day. My Hart board, I mean, some of you are new, some of you, even though you're new to the board, you were part of the project. And so the support that you folks have given me and my team, we're extremely grateful to you, giving us guidance when we need it, asking us the difficult questions when we need it, keeping us honest, so appreciate that. Hitachi, our Hitachi family, you know, it's very public, right? They're suing us. They put a big lawsuit against us, but it doesn't mean we don't continue to work with each other and move things forward. And they have been doing a phenomenal job. When we were trying to open segment 1, same thing, Mayor pushed the deadline up. They did a terrific job of getting us open. They've been, as Mayor said, sustaining that high availability on segment 1, and then same thing on segment 2. Said, Mayor pushed us over, we need you to get things done. And I was a little nervous that we had some hiccups in the beginning, so I asked Mayor for a 2-week extension. Instead of October 1st, can we have till October 15th? And he granted it, but Hitachi pulled through. You folks did your system availability demonstration in 43 days, which is incredible, especially because you have segment 1 running. Segment 1 was easier because no one's riding the train. We could do engineering hours 24/7. They had to accomplish what they needed to accomplish in those hours that DTS wasn't running from 7 to 4. So they did an incredible job. And finally, my heart ohana. The managers are here. Could I ask you please to stand up and be recognized? You too, Rick. Thank you. Thank you. These are just some of my managers, but I have other of my team here. They're volunteering here, not just this station, but throughout to help DTS. Oh, Nick, you're hiding over there, another one of my managers. And, you know, I get all the accolades, I get all of the credit. But honestly, I wouldn't be here today without them. I had lunch with Anthony earlier this week, and, you know, I want to take on more responsibilities for Heart, more to come. But his question to me was, Lori, do you have the bandwidth? And he said, I remember when you would have put in long hours, I'd stay up till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning looking over graphs, figures, our numbers, and you know, start again 5 o'clock in the morning. And I was a little insulted when he said you used to come to work with bags under your eyes. I'm like, you don't say that to a woman. How rude. I didn't have bags under my eyes. But the answer is I do have the bandwidth. I have the bandwidth because I have my team. I don't work long hours anymore. I work regular hours. If I come into the office at 7 and leave at 5, 6, that's fine. I don't have to work till midnight anymore because of the team that I have. So I'm very grateful to you folks, grateful to the rest of the Heart Ohana. They couldn't all be here, but I'm hoping they're watching live online. Everything that you folks have accomplished on segment 1, segment 2, and what we're doing on segment 3, we are starting to change the public perception. At least once a week, today, someone from the public is coming up to me. I don't know who they are, but just thank you, Lori, for what you and your team are doing. And again, it's all because of you folks. I don't do this alone. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here, and let's get onto that train pretty soon. Thank you.
Please welcome the Director of the Department of Transportation Services, Roger Morton.
Oh, what a crowd. Aloha, everybody. Today marks another proud moment in Honolulu's history with the opening of Skyline Segment 2. We take another important step toward a truly integrated multimodal transport system, one that connects neighborhoods, jobs, education, and opportunity more seamlessly than ever before. With the addition of our 4 new stations, Skyline now includes 13 stations, spanning nearly 15.5 miles of track, connecting East Kapolei to the Kalihi Transit Center. These new stops, Pearl Harbor, the airport, Lagoon Drive, and Middle Street Transit Center, finally bring Skyline to places filled with activity, people, and jobs, making the system more relevant, more useful, and more connected than ever before. We often say that Skyline doesn't just move people, it connects possibilities. With the extension, that vision becomes real. Skyline now connects directly with the bus, handy van, and our future mobility options like bike share, car share, and micromobility. This is what true multimodal mobility looks like, a system where every mode strengthens the other. Look around. The buses are here, the handy vans are running, and Skyline is ready to roll. Honolulu's multimodal system isn't an idea anymore, it's a reality. And yes, Skyline is always on time. Skyline is already transforming how we live and move. It's already impacting our residents and our visitors. Take Eunice, a Hawaiian Air flight attendant who lives in Ho'opili and now spends an hour driving to the Daniel K. Inouye Airport just to reach the employee parking lot, where she has to wait another 15 minutes for a shuttle to get to Terminal 1 in her job. Today she could ride Skyline today to the Halawa station, transfer to the Route 20, and reach work in 75 minutes. Tomorrow, it'll take her 25 minutes during rush hour, and that's 2 extra hours to spend with her family. And then there is Max, a UH student who commutes from East Kapolei. Today, his trip to Manoa takes about 90 minutes. Tomorrow, he'll ride Skyline to Lagoon Drive and transfer to the new U line, reaching Upper Campus in about an hour. 20 minutes faster than before. And during the ride, he can finish his assignments or check his socials because Wi-Fi is available free on the train. And because of our partnership with UH, every full-time student with a Manoa One card can ride Skyline and the bus at no additional cost. And for you UH West Oʻahu and Leeward Community College students, come see us. We've got a deal for you too. And Max's future daughter can look forward to a Skyline that goes all the way to Manoa. Also, speaking of the future, Skyline doesn't go to Waikiki yet, but the new W line extends its reach. Aiko, a regular visitor from Tokyo, currently spends more than an hour traveling from the airport to her hotel. On the new W line, her trip drops to just over 40 minutes on new articulated buses with extra room for luggage. Skyline strengthens our visitor industry. Every traveler who rides Skyline instead of renting a car can help ease congestion on our roads by offering a safe and secure and reliable way to reach hotels and attractions. We give visitors a more sustainable way to experience our beautiful island. Let's not forget how we got here. Our success today is built on decades of hard work, perseverance, and partnership from countless individuals who believed Honolulu could build a world-class transit system. To the engineers, project managers, and community outreach teams at HART, and to the dedicated men and women of the Department of Transportation Services, which I have the privilege to lead, mahalo nui loa. Your patience, professionalism, and commitment to safety and quality brought us to this moment. Because of you, Skyline is more than an engineering achievement. It's a testament to resilience, collaboration, and local pride. To our operating partners, the men and women of Oʻahu Transit Services and Hitachi Rail Honolulu, thank you. Your dedication is the embodiment of the spirit of aloha, and it makes our system better than any other on the country. And to our political leaders, past and present, who have had the courage to dream big and take risks for the greater good, today we see the fruits of your vision. And a special mahalo to Senator Dan Inouye and Mayor Frank Fossey, whose foresight laid the foundation for a system that connects our communities, our economy, and our future. And mahalo plenty to our government leaders here who continue to share that dream. As Skyline moves forward with every train that departs, every rider that steps on board, we continue that legacy. Together, we're building a city that moves with purpose, with pride, and with aloha. Every new rider represents more than a fare. It's cleaner air for our keiki. It's fewer cars on the H1, and it's a more sustainable future for our island home. Segment 2 is not an ending, it's a bridge to what's next. Each extension of Skyline brings us closer to an Oʻahu where people can live, work, learn, and play without being bound to a steering wheel. So, as the first train of Segment 2 prepares to depart on its inaugural trip, remember, Skyline is more than tracks and stations. It's a vision, something we should all be proud of. It is our collective promise, our kuleana, to build a city that is connected, resilient, and full of possibility. Mahalo nui loa. Thank you very much for being here today.
Mahalo, mahalo, Roger Morton. Next, we have a special hula kahiko performance. Coming up on the stage is John Nouchi, the Deputy Director of Department of Transportation Services. Oh, sorry. No, he's not dancing. He's introducing the dancer coming up.
Thanks, Billy. The dancing was last time. But today I come before you with the privilege of not being the Deputy Director of Department of Transportation Services, but a member representing my kumuhula, Ed Collier of Halawa Napua Kukui. Today we will be performing with Kamele Collier chanting and Kara Kalinani Ho dancing Lanakila Ke Ka'ahi. Significance of this dance is that it celebrates the first voyage of Lili'u on our Oʻahu Railway when she traveled and all of her subjects came out to greet her from downtown in Iwilei all the way to the west side. We are doing that exact thing in reverse. We are coming from the west side and going east. And there was no more fitting way to commemorate with hula the voyage of not only the trains that carried our ali'i in the past, but the trains that will carry all of our people into the future.
No hoana ke akua I kana hele hele. Iala ia e ke ki ohu ohu e ka ua koko. Ina kina malu I talani malu e hoi. E ho'oulu mai ana o laka I kona maukahu. O mākou no ai. Hiki mai e kalama ka hiki na ke pia e lana ka ulua. Ka hiki na kalama kukahi. Ka velo na kala ka uile hua. E ho'o I po ana me hae. Me na wahine noho ka hakai. E ka imai ana, e ka imai ana. E noho I ka hale ana ka ulua. Haina ia mai ana ka puana. Ho'o puka e kalama ka hikina. E ala hae ala e ha. Hei no no I aka I ka poli o pele. Ola na kila ke ka hiali I nana I lave mai ka hua hukuni. Ola na kila ke ka hiali I nana I lave mai ka hua hukuni. Ahiki o kalani mo ana lua ka hua puholu holua o Halawa. Ahiki o kalani mo ana lua ka hua puholu holua o Halawa. Halawa I hoi maka au au. Ka no me ka huila I ke alau. Halawa I hoi maka au au. Ka no me ka huila I ke alau. Ao he oloa e mana na I ke kuupaua na viliki. Ao he oloa e mana na I ke kuupaua na viliki. O kahino leo o ke kuhina na mikini. O kahino leo o ke kuhina na mikini. Uno velo papale ke aloha na kupana kini o e kalani. Uno velo papale ke aloha na kupana kini o e kalani. Akau o kalani ke ka api o huli aku ano o lailai. Akau o kalani ke ka api o huli aku ano o lailai. Iani au e paha ana lio, kili o kuke sula o lele ua. Iani au e paha ana lio, kili o kuke sula o lele ua. E aku mako mai o e olili ua kalanila hei noa. E aku mako mai o e olili ua kalanila hei noa. Hei noa no lili ua kalanila. Ho ie la ho ie ka ue I ka kale hua o kula manue o na I ke ala lau o ke kuku kupua e ke aloha no ho pono I ka ni hoa ai e ala e ala e a Hei noa no hi ia kai kupoli o pe.
Ladies and gentlemen, dancer Kara Ho, Kumuhula, Kamele Collier, dancer Kara Ho, Halau Ona Pua Pukui. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to ask you to prepare those of our special guests that are going to be making their way up to the Mailele fronting the pathway, or actually the Mailele fronting the stage right here. And I'm going to ask Mayor, come on up. Dale, Han, Ed Sniffen, Roger Morton, Lori Kahikina. And then what we're going to do is that we have them coming up in groups. We'll have first group come up. They'll take picture. We'll add on the second group. They'll stay there, take picture. We've got 2 more groups to add on, and I need to get out of the way. Okay. Photographers, we good? Second group, if we could have you come up. John Nochi, Michael Keith, City of County of Honolulu Managing Director, Department Deputy Managing Director, and Chief of Staff. And first group, you stay there. And what we'll do is we'll just keep adding on. Okay, stand by, everybody. Okay, all photographers go. Very good, photographers. Here comes your next group. Elected officials, City and County of Honolulu, and from the Hawaii State Legislature. Here we go. Photographers go. Jan, you good? Everybody else good? Oh, we still got cameras up? We good? Okay. Last group coming in. This is Hitachi Rail Honolulu, Deputy Counsel General. Oh, and MC. Mayor's gonna come inside. Photographers go. One nice round of applause for everybody up here. Heartboard, Heart Ohana. Quick picture, please. Heartboard, Heart Ohana. Members of the press, just to give you a kind of an advance heads up, I will have a directive for you on moving towards the rail line after the untying of the maile. Once again, I'll have a directive for the members of the press. I'm going to get you out ahead of our VIPs. So prepare to move for members of the press. Thank you. Our photographers directing our participants. I should have done this before. I will just cycle the plan. And somebody, nope. Sir, come on, sir. Photographers go. Okay, are we good? Okay, thank you very much, everybody, except for the first group. First group, stay right where you are. Mayor. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we are going to have the untying of the Mailele. Kumugan is right now instructing everybody in front of the Maile. They will do the untying. While they are doing this, I am going to give a few words here to the members of the press. Members of the press, just know that we are going to move you after this Maile untying. We are going to move you as the first group to go upstairs so that you can prepare and get ready and position as we bring up all of our VIPs. Once again, that will be after this untying. I know it may be difficult to see. Kumu is doing a pule right now.
Should be easy. Stop. Gently. No, it wasn't tied. It was just easily wrapped. No, they didn't. Here we go, almost there.
This is true teamwork in progress.
No, don't take it. We'll get it. There we go. We're getting there. Mayor, you were so enthusiastic about your wrapping that you tightened the thing. So that's okay. We'll get there.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Mailele has been untied. Yay! Kahu, can we get you in? I think everybody wants to take a picture. We good? Oh, a couple more. Smile. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Ryan's got there we go. Okay. Can I have all of the still photographers move over towards the entry to the tent area, please? Still photography. Report still to photography. Can we have you move over here to the entrance to the tent, please? All media. Once again, all media, move over. Cameras and photogs, your group is now leaving. We would like you to set up first. Once again, all press, photogs, cameras. Ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to join Mayor Blangiardi. He's going to lead the way upstairs right now. We invite you all to join the mayor as we once again, for the inaugural ride of Skyline's second segment here at Kahowiki Kalihi Transit Central Station. Mahalo for attending. We'd like to say mahalo once again to all of you for being here today for today's festivities. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now, please put your hands together for the Royal Hawaiian Band.
We take you now to the island of Kauai with this song written by Alfred Unauna Olohikea, who says, Hano Hano Hanalei Kaua Nui, glorious indeed is Hanalei, with the thunderous rains that fall upon Waialeale and filter into the fertile valley of Hanalei. With the Uli Uli Kanani Alavera, we do for you now, Hano Hano Hanalei. Hano hano hanarei kauanui E pakika I kahinimu o manu a kepa Ila ila ko iau a ike I hoe I kahana hu I koni koni ka ili E aloha kahione upuarose I ka ho'ope ia e ka huna kai a kahi ho'iau a ike I kanani hano hano hanalei ka ua nui Hano hano hanalei ka ua nui E pakika I kahilimu o manu a kepa Ila ila ko I au a ike I hoe I ka hana hu I koni koni ka ili E aloha kahione o puarose I ka ho'ope ia e ka huna kai A kahi ho'iau a ike I kanani Hano hano hanalei ka ua nui Hano hano hanalei ka ua nui Oh, mahalo nui
Attention, please remain on board. Do not disembark. Mahalo.